Johnny boy, action.
All right, Freddie, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Freddie.
Hi, Freddie. This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hey, Elias, how you doing? This is Freddie Sanchez from Realty, from EXP Realty. How you doing today?
I'm good. You said it was Eddie?
Freddie from Zillow, your Zillow Premier agent from EXP Realty. How you doing?
I'm good, Freddie. But I was just talking to Alex. Are you the listing agent for this property?
I'm not the listing agent, but I'm the right agent to show you the property. That's what you want. We can tour this property anytime you prefer.
Oh, yeah. Should I talk to the listing agent though? Because I see that their name is Aaliyah Fayelia or something like that. Should I talk to that person? I don't know why I got connected with you.
Well, technically, a lot of listing agents don't like to represent buyers, and I could show you with data that they don't like to do that because of conflict of interest. You know, that's why I'm here to show you the property and negotiate the best terms for you.
Oh, what data would you send me? I guess I don't understand that part.
Well, once we see the property together, my plan will be to see the property together, show you the data that I was talking about right now.
Oh, okay.
So you want to tour 123 Main Street?
I do, yeah. Ideally today. Well, actually, I'm about like 30 minutes away. Can I see it now?
Oh, sure. So 30 minutes. I will have to call the seller to make sure that time slot is available, but I'm available. So as long as the time slot is available to see the property together.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, then what do I do now?
Are you gonna have extra time once we see the property so I could get additional properties for us to see and maximize your time?
Wait, say that question again. I didn't hear the first part.
Oh, I was saying if you're gonna have additional time so we can see all the properties together while we're on tour, look at this property and maximize your time.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I'll just get some properties together and we'll make a decision there. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna call the seller, make sure the time slot is available in 30 minutes. Give me about 10, 15 minutes and I'll call you back to confirm our appointment.
All right, now, Freddie, do you think this property is going to be competitive? Because I'm super gun shy and I don't know. Just heard all these horror stories about people paying 200, 300,000 over. It's like, is that going to happen?
It's hard to know when we haven't seen the property together. Again, I will pull some data for us to have together. Let's look at the property. Let's compare it to anything else that has sold in that neighborhood. And you'll get a clear idea of what the property is going to sell for. Okay. And like I said, we could do that together once we see the property.
Okay. All right, cool. So what's next, Freddie?
Like I said, I'm going to call the seller, make sure that time slot is available in the next 30 minutes. So I can see you at the property in the next 30 minutes. But I'll call you back like in 10 minutes.
All right, cool. Freddie, thank you.
All right, sir. Then I'll call you back. Thank you.
All right, cool.
Bye.
Freddie, good recovery.
Yes, sir.
Good recovery.
I know. Something popped up on my screen when I was talking to you. The first question you asked me, and I'm like, shit, let me take that off. But you're good. You're good.
Started out a little choppy. You obviously know that. You felt that, but the way that you ended the conversation was good. And then, so you brought me back. Like, so you want to see 123 Main Street. So I took you a little bit out of your comfort zone. I could feel that a little bit, but then you brought me back home. And then the introduction to the additional properties, it seemed untimely. I just didn't feel it, right? So it's just like, cool, let's see 123 Main Street. Awesome, Freddie, while you're here and you drove out to Oakland, I want to make the best use of your time. I know 3 other properties that are within close proximity to that property. I want to show you those 2 to make the best use of your time while you're out here. I'm not asking, I'm saying I got you, right? But dude, great recovery, way to end the call strong. And so, that's why we practice, right? We practice here, so we're perfect out on the field. So good job, man.
And I started practicing on Tuesday with Rebecca and Neil. So anyone that wants to join on Tuesdays, we have a Zoom going on.
Nice. I love it, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Drop the details in the chat so everyone could hop on. Beverly, you're up next.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, sorry, John. I didn't see you on camera, brother. Sorry about that. John, takeaways from you and polishing points.
I was eating a little snack. People don't need to see that. But no, good job, Freddie. You recovered well. I think your intro, like everyone should practice their intro so it just kind of rolls off. Like, this is Freddie Sanchez. I'm your Zillow Premier partner with EXP Realty, or Freddie with EXP Realty, I'm your Zillow Premier partner. Just make it, just, you know, say it 10 times over and over. So when you say it, just smooth and natural. And when it comes to the listing agent thing, I think rather than saying listing agents don't want to work with buyers, which won't always be the case, I think it's more talking about the value that you bring and saying, like, you know, the listing agent has the duty to do what's in the best interest for the seller. And if they're representing both sides, you know, how is it possible in a situation where they're going to be able to do what's best for both parties? So
correct, you're right.
The value that you would bring, not because the listing agent won't want to do it. And I think Elias covered the rest of the stuff, but overall, great job, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Beverly, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Awesome, love it. All right, Johnny boy, I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna have you be the client this time, because I like you always hit them with different things that I don't think of. So, Beverly, your phone rings. Ring.
Hi, this is Beverly.
Hi, Beverly. This is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Johnny boy on the line who would like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Sure.
Boop. Connecting now.
Hello.
Hello, hi, this is Beverly with EXP Realty. I'm your Zillow Premier partner. I see you're interested in 123 Main Street.
Yeah, I was just kind of checking that out online. I just had a quick question. Do you know if there's an open house this weekend?
What I can do is what I'll do is I'll check and see if there's an open house this weekend. But why don't we, if you want to see the property, I can show it to you, and we can see it when you're available. What times do you have available?
I'm pretty open. I don't have a job right now. I just kind of got started looking, so I don't want to waste anybody's time. That's why I was thinking I'd go to the open house.
Oh, you would like to go to the open house?
I mean, you know, I'll go with you too, but I haven't been pre-approved or anything yet, and I'm not really sure how this all works. Just kind of getting started.
No problem. So when are you available? I have, well, what days are you available in times?
I'm available whenever.
Okay, so what I can do is I can check with the seller and see what times the property is available to be shown, and then I'll give you a call back in about 10 minutes. So, okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. So not being pre-approved, that's not a problem or anything?
Oh no, that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. I can show you the any properties that you're interested in.
Okay, and I'm still in the lease for at least a couple more months. Like, how long does it typically take, you know, to buy a house?
Well, sometimes it takes a while to find it really depends on what you're interested in. So depending on what you're interested in and what's available in the market, it can take, it just depends. It can be really quick, or it can take a long time. It depends on your situation. So when are you available to see the property?
I'm available whenever. I thought you were gonna check on it and call me back.
Okay. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. This whole thing is still kind of new to me, and it sounds like the market's pretty crazy out there, but you know, I'll at least check this out. I have some friends that live down the street.
Okay. So what I could do is I can pull some data together, and when we see the property, I can bring that along with me, and then you'll have an idea of how the market is for that particular property.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so I guess I'll call you. I've called you back in 10 minutes, so I'm letting you know that the seller said that it is available to take a look.
Just stay on the first call. Just stay on the first call. Just wrap up.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, just wrap it up.
Okay. All right. So did you have any more questions?
No, I think that's it for now. I'll just wait to hear from you.
Okay. All right. Then I'll let you know after I speak to the seller, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Bev. Good job. Like, really good job. I know it's a little nerve-wracking in this environment. I say this over and over again, but really good job. I think your tone and pace is really, really strong. There was an opportunity there, and this can go either way. And you said this is Beverly, I'm your Zillow Premier partner with EXP Realty. I understand you wanted to. So there needs to be a little bit of a pause there. Whether or not it's how are you? Wonderful. I understand that you want to see 123 Main Street, but it seems like you just flowed right into it. Maybe have just a little bit of a pause in between. If you want to ask, you know, it's not like, oh my God, how are you? It's like, hey, how are you? Wonderful. I understand that you want to see. So it's not like how are you, waiting for them to truly say, I'm good. It's just, how are you? Wonderful, Beverly. I understand that you want to see 123 Main Street. Awesome. Are you available today or tomorrow? What works good for you? Perfect. Wonderful. And so you go right into it. So I thought your tone was really good. Your pace was really good. There was a time where you went back to the close and said, so I understand, but the timing was off because Johnny's like, well, you said you were going to get back to me with what's available. So it was like a disconnect there. And then the end of your call, like I wanted to end on a high, right? It's like you have this pulse and rhythm. It's just like, it was kind of like me waiting for like, what's going to happen. Give them a clear path of what's going to happen. And this sets the tone for your entire interaction with them as a buyer. Beverly has always set the tone for what's coming next. All right, John, wonderful. I got it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the seller's agent, or I'm going to call the check for seller availability. I'm going to be right back with you. So hang tight. I'm going to give you a call within 15 minutes to confirm that time. So talk to you soon, right? Cool. Now it's like when I go show homes, this is what we're doing next. Cool. Need you to come here at this time. So it's just always being able to set the tone for what's coming next so that I'm never feeling like, close the loop. Close the loop. Everything that you guys do in this business is about closing that loop. Cool. Did I do that? Wonderful. We're going to go over comps and disclosures. Did I close that loop? Wonderful. We're going to do an RPA review. Did I close that loop? Every single thing that you do with the client is closing the loop, closing the loop, closing the loop. Johnny boy, takeaways from you.
Yeah, good job. I think with people where it's really clear that they're super new in the process and maybe not even sure if they can or want to buy a house, I think obviously these calls, we want to set the appointment. So that should come first and foremost. And then with someone like what I was trying to do, I think the next thing is it's pretty daunting for these people, and they have no idea what they're doing. So kind of establishing yourself as like a resource and someone that can really guide them through this whole process, and not someone that's just going to like open the door and ask them if they like it and see if they want to buy it, and maybe talk about like, we could do a buyer's consultation. I can walk you through the process, and we can break down the market a little bit more, just offering a little more like value resources. Just setting yourself up as a resource and kind of comforting that person that they're in good hands with you if they do want to go down this road. Because I think what you'll run into with people out there, sometimes people think like, well, I don't want to like engage with an agent until I'm sure I want to and can buy a house. Whereas if you set yourself up as that resource and help them be the person figure out what it would look like to buy a house, then you just have a stronger relationship and just a higher chance of converting them altogether. So with those people that are really early in the process, spending a little more time to establish yourself as a professional and resource. But overall, great job. I think like Elias said, you can kind of like take charge a little bit more and kind of drive the call a little bit more. But thanks for stepping up.
Okay.
Good stuff, Bev. Alyssa, I'm going to go over to you, and then
That's a quick question.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, so in a situation that John posed where basically, the person's like, I don't have a job, I'm new to the process. I'm not even pre-qualified or pre-approved. And do you qualify them, or do you still like want to set up that appointment and show them the home and then build rapport? Or do you qualify them and try to, build rapport and say, hey, I'm able to help you, but I'll to kind of empower them, but show them the process first? Because do you want to waste time?
I would just book the appointment.
For Flex, it's always and it's a numbers game, and there are going to be times where you're booking an appointment with someone that may not have a shot. Just so you know, I throw that I don't have a job in there just to see how people are going to handle it if they even bring it up. But I don't have a job because I just sold my company and have a bunch of cash, and I haven't talked to a lender yet. But I want to talk to a lender because I maybe want to leave this $1 million in the bank and make some interest on it instead. So you never know what someone's situation is. And in your own business, you might want to spend some more time kind of learning more about that person to see how you're going to play it. In Flex, you need to get that appointment for yourself and for the team. So set that appointment and then learn more about them once you're at the property or on the follow-up call. But with Flex, the top priority is always getting that appointment, and then you can do more discovery later on. But good question.
Yeah, really good question. I took a renter lead last year, and my renter lead was looking for a house in or apartment in Oakland. They ended up closing on a $1.2 million home in Piedmont from a renter. some people think like, oh, fuck, it's a renter. I'm not going to help this person out. We help them. And they end up turning into a, over $1 million sale. So you never know. And you know why? They inherited $90,000 from their aunt. They inherited money that, like, so we don't know sometimes, right? And then they might have friends and family. And then I'm out at a home that I'm showing this person that might not be qualified, but I'm posting a story and I'm talking about it. And oh my God, it's beautiful. And then guess what somebody else might see? Damn, Quan is busy. He's out showing these beautiful homes. Now you're building your social game that's going to give them even more traction, get more eyes on you. So there's tons of layered opportunities there. Alyssa, let's run it back. Let's go, John. I'll be the client this time.
All right, Alyssa, ring, ring.
This is Alyssa.
Hey, Alyssa, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Sure thing.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello?
Hi, Elias. This is Alyssa, your Zillow Premier Partner with EXP Realty. How's it going?
Oh, good. I was just talking to Alex. Did they transfer me to you?
Yeah. So they transferred me to you. I'm a buyer's agent, so I can help you check out Main Street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of have a unique situation. Is it Melissa?
Alyssa.
Oh, okay. Carissa, so it's a really unique situation, Carissa. So we have a house in Copperopolis. It's up in Copperopolis. I don't know if you know where that is, but we wanted to sell that house, and we're looking at buying a multi-unit in Berkeley. It's a fourplex. That's the one that we're calling about. So it says here that 2 of the units are rented, but I want to get those people out because I want my mom and my sister to live there and have this little commune. And so, like, I don't know, are you the right person to help me?
Yeah, I can definitely help you. And that is definitely a unique situation. So what I can do is we can set up the appointment to check out the duplex, make sure that it's for sure something that you want to see or that you like, and then we can kind of go from there. So what days and times are you available to check it out?
I can see it today or tomorrow. And then, is it hard to get those people out of there? Because it says here on Zillow that it's $2,300 each unit. Are they hard to get out?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure. I can definitely do my research and double check on that for you. And I'll for sure have an answer for you at our appointment.
Okay. All right. And will we be able to see the inside of the other units or no?
I can try and make sure that that's possible. I have to confirm with the sellers and the listing agent to make sure that we can. So I will definitely try to make sure that we can see all units of it.
Okay. All right. And then, the purchase of that place would be contingent on me selling this place here up in the country. Have you ever sold any houses up here?
Yeah, I have actually. And it's funny, actually, the one that I did sell was also a contingent property. So I'm very familiar with that process, and that gives you a lot.
So you sold something in Copperopolis?
Not Copperopolis, but something in a different city.
Okay. So do you think you could, do you know what prices are for houses up here?
I can double check, and that all of that is really data and research driven. So I'll put some comps and we can definitely check it out together and go over it at our appointment tomorrow. So what times was it that worked best for you?
Between 3 and 5 tomorrow would work.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll confirm that time with the sellers to make sure it's available, and then I can give you a call right back within the hour. And then we can also do this. I'll do a little bit of research and pull up about an extra few properties for us to check out to make sure we use make the best use of our time, and we can check those out as well while we're in the area.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so give me about 30 minutes to an hour and I'll call you right back. Okay, Elias?
Okay.
Okay. Talk soon.
Cool. Talk soon. All right.
Threw me for a loop.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That was hard.
Yeah, it was. So, John, let's hear your takeaways first, and then I'll come back to me.
Yeah. Overall, that was solid. He kind of threw some things at you, and you kind of rolled with it. Some of the stuff like asking about getting the tenants. saying you're not sure and you'll get back to them, like, isn't necessarily the best answer, but it's also better than some of the other ways that you could have answered. So I think like
with that situation, so I did like I was like,
yeah, and you know, one thing that one a way to answer, like being a realtor, a lot of it is like answering questions that you don't really know the answer to, but not really answering the questions, but making them feel like you have. And one thing that works in a lot of situations is like, well, every situation is a little bit different. Like we'll find out the details and you know, we can go from there, but I really don't want to say for sure because, you know, it depends on a number of factors. Something like that counts for like, how good is this roof? Or is this, you know, what's the situation with the schools? Or what's it like, you know, every situation is a little different. We really need more information. I don't want to say for sure. Great way to answer a question without really answering it or talking yourself into a hole. So, but that being said, the way you answered it is better than like some of the other ways it could have gone. So I think just having answers like that for when you're not really sure. I think when he was asking about if you sold in Copperopolis and all that, I don't know if you have really sold anything, but also like that's an opportunity too, and do it in kind of a short and sweet way, but bring in the fact that you're part of a team with agents, you know, experienced agents all over the place. And, you know, you personally haven't sold a home in Copperopolis, but you're sure there's someone on the team that knows that area well. And you can always bring in someone when the time comes on that. But overall, great job. Like your tone is super friendly and confident. That really goes a long way. So, you know, just keep practicing.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. And also too, I mean, there's an opportunity to find out a little bit more. So like mom and sister, okay, perfect. So are you ideally looking for a fourplex, or would a home with maybe an additional unit in the back work for you guys? Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Or are you looking at this also for an investment opportunity? Because it takes that you're going to live in one, your mom, your sister, what about the other one, right? And so kind of unpack that a little bit. You know, tenant rights are very, very strict in Berkeley. And so that's kind of what I was seeing, how you would answer that. And then the sale of the property, I think I can echo what John says. You don't necessarily have to have sold the home, but when you first answered the question, it sounded like you said, yeah, I've sold up there. And I was like, oh, wait, you've sold in Copper. You're like, well, no, not there. And probably nowhere close, because Copperopolis is in the middle of fucking nowhere, right? So like that's a really, really niche market up there. And so, but I think that you did really well, and your energy and enthusiasm will carry you a long ways, but then you're going to get caught up sometimes. And I don't want you to have those oh shit moments when you're on the phone with the client. You should be able to look at the angles of what is being said and be able to understand how to converse with them and communicate with them their way. But overall, really good job.
Another quick thing is you said listing agent, and just so everyone knows, we want to try to never mention the listing agent, just because with Zillow, sometimes you will get people that are just assuming they're talking to the listing agent. And if you mention listing agent, then they might be like, oh, wait, I want to talk to that agent. So just get the appointment. And then if they figure out you're not the listing agent, if they're expecting the listing agent and you're there, like you've already set the appointment, it's your chance to show your value then. So just always check showing availability, check with the seller, but never check with the listing agent.
Yep. So good job. Mirnaz, you're up.
Yay. Hi, everyone.
All right. Let's go ahead and connect the call, John.
All right, Mirnaz. Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Mirnaz Rafati.
Hi, Mirnaz. This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Here you go.
Hello.
Hi, this is Mirnaz Rafati, your Zillow Premium partner and with EXP Realty. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm well. I was just talking to Alex, but hi. Yeah.
Hi. So I'm your buyer agent. So I understand that you want to look at 123
we haven't
Main Street.
We haven't chose an agent yet.
Sure, definitely. But I can definitely help you in showing the property in 123 Main Street. Is that the correct apartment? Sorry, is that a correct property?
Yeah, it's actually land. And so we don't live too far away. And so my son has a drone. And so we were kind of looking over that property, and it's for sale right now. It says it's for $120,000, and we were thinking about purchasing like a manufactured home and putting it on that property, and just want to see if you know anything about that.
Sure. How exciting is that? So definitely, I actually working with 150 other agents, and I personally wrote the contract. So definitely, I can help you with that. And then if you need the further information, I can definitely
hold on.
gather that.
Back up. You said you personally wrote the contract. I guess I don't understand what you're saying.
Yes, so I'm familiar with the land contract as well. So definitely, I can show you the land, and then I can gather more information for you. So I'm familiar with the land process.
Oh, and so what is that process?
So basically, we're gonna go look at the land, and I can. Are you pre-approval? Do you have a pre-approval letter or not?
No, I asked you, what is that process? You said you were going to explain that process.
Sure. So basically, we're gonna pull up the land contract, and then the down payment will be more. But this is something that the lender can help you with you definitely.
No. I understand that part of it, but you said the process of land, like you said, you have experience in that, and what do you mean?
I personally wrote the contract, so I can definitely help you with that. And then I can show you the process. But let's first look at the property, and then look at the land, and then see if this is the land that you really, really like, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, but just so I understand, Mirnaz, like, what are some things that I'm looking for? Because I don't know shit. I just want to be able to put this manufactured home on the property.
Sure. I can dig more information about the manufactured property, put it in the land. But definitely first we want to make sure that you like the land, and then I can walk you through the process later down the road.
Oh, okay. So I live right down the street. Can I just go and look at the land?
Definitely. I mean, let me check with the owner of the land, and I'll connect with you. And then when is your availability? Let's look at it together.
I can see it today between 3 and 5.
Sure. Let me connect with the owner and the seller, actual owner of the land, and then I connect with you after that. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Perfect. And I can do some more, bring some more details, and then do research about this land and then the other lands as well, close by the same location. So I'll come up with a lot of information for you.
Okay.
Perfect. Do you prefer to text or call you?
Call's fine.
Sure. Perfect. I'll connect with you as soon as possible.
Okay, Mirnaz, good stuff. All right. So that was a tough one. And you guys are going to hear a common theme here when we give our polishing points. But John, let's hear from you first.
Whew.
Yeah, I mean, he made it hard on you, so good job. But I think like a couple times it was just kind of confusing what you were trying to say. Like you said, you work with 150 agents and you personally wrote the contract. Like I just didn't really get what you were trying to say by saying you worked with 150 agents. And then a couple times he was, you said something about the process, and then he was trying to ask you about the process, and then like you kind of dodged that question like multiple times after saying that you would explain it. You like didn't explain it, and then didn't explain again, and then told him you would explain it later. So I think for some people like that could have been kind of off-putting, but overall he was making it tough on you. But you get tough ones out there, and get kind of super random questions and people with really specific questions, and that's why we practice that in here. And like whenever we have people actually on the Flex team, like guest speak in this call and have them be the buyer, they always have some like super wacky specific scenario, and it's because they've run into it. So it's like anybody can set an appointment for a super straightforward property they want to see. We want to see how you're going to handle these like difficult questions and like higher pressure situations. But great job. Just keep practicing, and like I said earlier, having a lot of stock answers for things where you're really punting the question down the road without making it sound like you're just deflecting it. That'll go a long way, in this job.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
So I think a couple things, like you had mentioned 150 agents, like I don't care. Right. And if I'm thinking as a consumer, like, all right, well, I don't care. And they're like, I asked you, well, what the process is, because you said you understand that process. And then you asked, the very follow-up answer to that was, are you pre-approved? And I was just like, what? You're telling me about the process. And then the very first question you asked me is, are we pre-approved? And I asked you 3 times. You're like, well, I wrote a contract. Okay, well, how is that helping me understand the process? Mr. Seller or Mr. Buyer, sounds like you have a good understanding of that area. Love that you live close by. Cool that you saw it with the drone footage. So there's a couple variables when it goes into looking at land. It comes down to sloping, it comes down to utilities, what you could build on the property, meeting an architect, meeting a contractor. Those are all things that I can help you with. But first and foremost, let's go take a look at the land. And, you know, with better choice of words, let's get a lay of the land. Let's go out and do that. Then what I could do through my connections is I'm going to form all those relationships to get all those questions answered to see what you can actually do with that property. That's where my specialty comes in. Right? That's what I can do. That's how I understand the processing. If it's built on a hill, what is the sloping? What is the drainage? Where's the sewer at? All of these things. Can I put utilities on? I need to meet with an architect. I need architect. I need to meet with the builder to understand exactly what can be done with that property. So as we develop our relationship, I'm going to help you guys build relationships with these people so you are educated on that. We're also going to talk about your budget, because it sounds like you have an idea to put a manufactured home, but it may cost more than you actually buying a house that's already built. So let's talk about all those things. First and foremost, I'm going to meet you at the property today at 3 to 5. Let me confirm that there's no restrictions on seeing the property. I will see you guys there. What did you do?
What?
You took control and you closed that loop every single time. I asked you a question about the process and you instantly said, am I pre-approved? I wrote a contract. You left that loop wide open, right? So it's like, close that loop. Cool. Does that make sense, Mr. Johnson? Cool. Now I'm being vague. I'm not telling them everything, but when they're talking to me, I know my shit, because these calls are happening all the time with our agents, all the time. And you know why we posed this question and this objection? Because this same exact situation came up. And
wow, like, thank you so much. It's eye-opener, actually. Thank you for asking that question. And I wrote the contract for a land, but I really didn't know the actual process. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so once again, it's like nobody cares that you wrote the contract. What they care about how you got to the contract and what are all the variables, right? So close that gap, close that loop every single time to where people feel like, damn, I have called the right person. Thank you, Mirnaz. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jordana. You made that very clear. What's next? What's next is this. Close that loop. Perfect, right? So close loops, close loops, close loops. Let's go over to Josue. All right, so Johnny boy, you'll be the client on this one, and I will be Zillow. Ring.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. This is Alex calling from Zillow. I have John on the line that would like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yes, please.
Cool. Connecting now.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. This is Josue, your Zillow Premier Agent with EXP Realty. I understand you're looking to see 123 Main Street.
Yeah. I just had a question about that house. Actually, I can't really tell from the photos. Like, are there steps to entry in the front and back?
Let me see. I haven't seen the photos, but we can. Are you trying to get the information, or you were trying to go there and take a tour on the property?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I'm trying to downsize and you know, getting old here, trying to, you know, kids are all out of the house, looking for something a little bit smaller. So being able to get in and out easy is pretty important to us. So that's why I wanted to, you know, if I got to go up a couple steps to get in the front door, then this one might not be worth looking at.
Oh, got it. Well, I'll be happy to show you the property, man. When will be a good time for you to see it?
Do you think you could find out more about if it's easy to get in and out of the front door first, and then, you know, if, like I said, steps up to the front door are going to be a deal breaker.
Got it. No, definitely, I can get that information for you. I gotta make a call and talk to the owner and see if we can get that information. But what I can do is I can get other properties similar to this property and kind of get other options and see if you can want to go see the other ones.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you find out more about that property and give me a call back?
Perfect. Let me get that information, Hentai. I'll give you a call in about 10 minutes and I'll get that information for you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you, John.
Okay, so being the client's really hard because I'm trying to like set up scenarios. But what I was trying to set up there is, you know, obviously we're trying to focus on the appointment with these flex calls. But I think there you kind of had a window to ask a little bit more about like where this person was at. Because I said, you know, I'm downsizing. My kids are all moved out of the house. First thing you're thinking, and that, you know, obviously you don't want to like all of a sudden shift the attention away from what they're calling about. But first thing that I'm thinking that says that someone that's looking for a downsizing property and their kids have moved out of the house is they're probably sitting on a ton of equity on a bigger house that they need to sell. So asking a little bit more about like, you know, where they're at is what I would have done, because then not only are you like kind of giving yourself more information, you're also potentially setting yourself up to like service them with something like that. Because clearly, like, if this person's calling Zillow to ask a question about the property, they don't have a go-to real estate agent. If they're looking to downsize, you know, they probably have something to sell. So if you can set yourself up with someone that can really help them. So it's something like, okay, I'm going to call the agent, see if I can find out more about that property, but you know, where do you live now? And they'll tell you, and, you know, find out about them selling the house and kind of get yourself that in now. So I know that's kind of a weird one, but you know, trying to be creative here.
Got it.
Yeah. Josue, for everyone really quick, can you say your intro really quick again?
Yeah, this is Josue with Zillow Premier Agent with EXP Realty.
Yeah, I wrote here, your intro sounded really, really strong. Like it was spot on. It was really good. You went right into that. And I wrote here a couple notes too. You had an opportunity to kind of build on that. You know, do they need to sell in order to buy? Congratulations. Oh my God, how do you feel? Right now that your house is empty, how does that feel? Wonderful. Where did they go? Awesome. So you're obviously staying here. Where did they go? Oh, wonderful. School, college, kids, grandbabies. Wonderful. So it was an opportunity to build some rapport there, just because he gave you the in. I'm not saying go there if they didn't give it to you, but he gave it to you. And then maybe use some humor. So what I'm hearing is that you need to have an elevator that goes to your mansion. Am I hearing that correctly? Right? Because they use the stairs or whatever it is. So you had some opportunities to just go a couple layers deeper. And so, like I said, you guys compartmentalize it when the information is coming in, and then think of the angle, right? Where can I connect? How can I build rapport? What is the opportunity? Can I help? Can I serve? Like the angles need to start going off in your mind. But that's why really, really good job overall. I thought that was quality. I thought that was really good, strong intro. But listen for those cues for you to go in. And you had some great opportunities for you to go in. All right, let's go to Jim Sales. No, actually, yeah, we'll go to Jim, and then I don't know who we're going to next, but Jim, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool, awesome. John, I'll be the client this time.
All right, Jim, ring, ring.
Hello, Zillow. This is Jim Solis.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, this is Zillow. I got Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yes.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Thanks. Hello. Hi. This is Jim Solis. I'm your Zillow Premier Agent.
Hi.
Hi. I heard you're interested in 123 Main Street in Oakland.
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to take a look at it today, or?
No, I was thinking like Thursday or Sunday.
Sunday. All right. What interested you in this property?
I just like the look of it, and I like Maxwell Park.
Maxwell Park. Is that the main area that you're looking towards buying in?
Yeah, that or the Laurel.
Laurel. Okay. Well, I can definitely pull some information up for you on the property itself and any other properties in the Laurel area if you're interested. So you're available Sunday. About what time would you like to meet on Sunday?
Between 3 and 5.
between 3 and 5.
Yep.
All right, great.
And then hold on, Jim. I want to ask a question. So we have a house down in Fremont that we've owned for quite some time. You know, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 2,100 square feet. Do you know what houses of that size are selling for in this area?
In Fremont? I can actually pull some of the comps from the MLS and get you that information for you when we meet on Sunday.
Okay. And then this property that we're going to meet at, like, you know, I'm just trying to weigh it out if we need to sell this home in order to buy that home. And we may not need to, but is this house going to be competitive?
Well, the Oakland area is a little bit competitive right now, but we can definitely sit down. We can look at what the properties have been selling at in that area and see whether we have a good chance at purchasing that home. We can also look at your existing home in Fremont, you mentioned, and see what the comps are there, and see how much we can actually get for selling that home.
Okay. And then what's that strategy like?
So what I'm going to do is I'll actually pull the comps on your property, see what the actual market is over in Fremont, and I'll discuss with some of my brokerage agents to just kind of figure out what would be the best strategy. I think going forward, I'd like to see if I can work with a partner with one of my agents here at my brokerage and see if we can get some expertise in the Fremont area to get the best price for your house.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually call the listing agent and I'll check and see if he's available that I can show the house to you on Sunday. And then can I get back to you in 15 minutes to confirm our appointment on Sunday?
Sure.
Great. All right. It was nice speaking with you today, and I'll call you in about 15 minutes and let you know whether we can view the property on Sunday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Great.
Okay.
Nice talking with you, and have a good day. Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. All right, man. So obviously your tone is really good because you have this very, very ease of your voice. But there's too much lag time between when I say something and then you're responding. I was waiting every single time I said something. It was almost like you didn't know what to say. So I would say something and it was almost like, is there a lag on my phone? Like, is there a delay? Because I was waiting for you to rapid fire the response, right? Rapid fire the response. So I think that there needs to be this feeling of that you are an expert and you understand the market and that you can understand the Fremont market, the strategy is the same. I just felt like you weren't able to put the pieces together. And that's why we do this, right? This is all about practice and getting better. So it's about pulling the pieces together and be like, okay, first and foremost, let's focus on Oakland. Yeah, it is super competitive, but I'm going to pull the data. I'm going to get really, really granular with that area. In regards to your home in Fremont, let me pull some data, just give them some answers. Don't feel like it's kicking it down the road. And then you're like, well, I think I should probably pull in a partner and I have all these other agents. So it's instantly made me feel like you didn't know about that market, right? When we can educate ourselves on any market and do that really quick, how? By pulling the data, right? And so you don't have to be an expert in that area, but you have to make it sound like you are a real estate expert throughout the Bay Area, right? And so tone, pace, cadence, pick those things up. But I think one thing about you is great is that you're this empathetic person. You truly care. You can feel that, right? But speed those things up and kind of close those gaps a little bit better. Johnny boy.
I don't know if you noticed, I was starting to crack a little bit and getting a little bit nervous along the line. So
it's okay. I'd rather you be nervous here.
It slows me down a little bit.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'd rather you be nervous here. John.
Yeah. So speaking of tone and pace and cadence, like the intro was just a little bumpy. Like I think there's nothing wrong with going right in, like rather than, hi, this is Jim with EXP Realty. Like, okay, cool. I think it doesn't hurt to go, hey, this is Jim with EXP Realty. I'm your Zillow Premier Partner. I see you're interested in 123 Main Street. That way you're establishing like this. I know why this person is connecting with me. I'm ready to help them. And then there's not the potential for that awkward pause of like, yeah, great, Jim. Like, do you know why I'm calling you, or do I need to explain it again? So I think just picking the tone up with the intro. And then Elias covered a lot of it, but I think little things, and it's been on one or two other calls today too, but not saying comps. Like comp, we hear it all the time, so we don't realize the comp is like industry lingo. Like you can say like, hey, I'll put together a report of the recent sales in the area or something along that line. Just don't say comps. If you're gonna say comps, say comparable sales instead of comps. But they might, it seems straightforward, but they might not know what you're talking about. But overall, thanks for stepping up and just keep coming to these calls and keep practicing.
And lastly, Jim, that intro where you said, well, what do you like about this home? It's like, think about it. It's like instant gratification, right? Appointment, location, motivation, right? Appointment, location, like those are the things we want to focus on. The subtleties, the greetings, the salutations, all those things are going to come on the second call, but it's like going and getting gas. I use this analogy all the time. Which would you like? 91. Are you a Safeway Premier member? No. Fuck. Do you want a car wash? No. Do you want a back rub? No, I just want some gas, right? So same thing, man. Like meet them where they are. They're calling. They want instant satisfaction. And then you're like, well, what do you like about this house? You know why?
Yeah.
Because that's how we're trained as salespeople. And that's the old school way. And that still applies, but just not for this lead product. That family, occupation, recreation, dream, that applies still, but not for the Zillow Flex first calls. It's all about appointment location. On the second call, you can get a little bit of that motivation, because what happens when you ask that question is it will take the steam out of the conversation. You want to keep it exactly where they are. Appointment, location. Cool, let's do that. And then I'm gonna start building from there.
If the first call is literally, hey, this is John, I'm your Zillow Premier Partner. I see you're interested in 123 Main Street. When's a good time to go take a look? And it's like, oh, hey, John, tomorrow between 4 and 5, if you're available. Okay, cool. If that time doesn't work, is there, would the next day between 4 and 5 work? Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. I'm going to check with the seller. I'll give you a call right back. That could literally be the first call, and there's nothing wrong with that. We don't want to get in our own way. We want to set the appointment. Then when you call back, hey, great news, 4 o'clock available for tomorrow is available. I just need to get a little bit more information for you to prepare to show you the property tomorrow. And then you can, whatever. But like, you don't care why they want to see it, because they already, they want to see it. So just don't get in their way.
Yep. Just be that person. All right, guys, good work today. Everyone did a phenomenal job. We're a little over on time today. I'm going to let everyone off the hook and we got to go. But you guys grind. I love this. I love this because every single week I see growth, and I promise you, you're going to get hit with these scenarios, and then you're going to be like, oh shit, we did this in practice. We ran this drill. I saw that linebacker coming out at me, and I know that this person's going to block him because I've seen this play over and over and over again. So great job, everybody. I know that this is difficult, but it is designed to be difficult. It is designed to push you, because like I always say, pressure creates diamonds. Go and shine on, folks. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.